Okay, team, thank you very much for ending this call, this special call. Unfortunately, we do have sad news about Sheila P's mother, and we certainly are holding the family in our prayers. As a matter of fact, I've asked Joe Pickett to pray for the family and to get this meeting started. So the floor is yours, Joe.
Okay. Um, each one of you, wherever you are right now, just take a few seconds. Uh, Sheila P is our team leader, and so I want everyone to kind, uh, participate in this prayer. So wherever you are right now, just take a few seconds in your own way, and then I will come back and pray. Uh, Dear Heavenly Father, before we even do anything and get started on this meeting tonight, we just want to say thank you. Thank you for your goodness. Thank you for your grace. Thank you for your mercy. Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for your provision for us. Oh God, we come before you this evening on behalf of our team leader, Sister Sheila P. Oh God, whom you have called home her mother. And in such a time like this, oh God, we are feeling empty, but we are also feeling grateful because of the legacy that her mother has left her. Oh God, we on this call tonight may not know what that legacy is because we have not may have not connected with her mother, but through Sheila P, oh God, you have allowed us to witness in spirit just a little taste of that legacy through our leader, Sheila P. And oh God, we ask that you just continue to bless us and help us to support her. And we ask that you bless her and the family, uh, fill that void that has now occurred in their lives and give them peace of mind and comfort. And no doubt, dear God, um, I can only imagine uh, having mother to gone home. My mother went home in 2006, and that's still there is that void that has been left behind. And oh God, I can imagine um, Sister Sheila with her dedication to her mother, caring for her. I can imagine her waking up many times, or even at night, going by her room and looking in and smiling, and then saying, "Thank you, Lord." And even now, dear Heavenly Father, because that room is empty, give her the spiritual eyes to see her mother in there and then say thank you. And dear God, I ask that you just bless her right now and bless the family and bless this family that she has adopted, the Sheila P team, oh God. Help us right now to support her. And we just ask that you bless her and with her dreams that she has shared with the mother. and just bless us with our dreams, and together we can help support one another in this venture we call ZNYGE. Oh, this ZNYGE has brought us together tonight, oh God. And even though Sheila P. has witnessed a loss, we all have witnessed a loss. And so, oh, God, help us to support her and one another. And as we continue to progress on this new venture, and we know that she's going to give us the love and caring that she has given her mother. So we ask that you bless us, oh God. And we just thank you so much for all that you do for us. And we just look for good things because you, Sister Sheila, has witnessed good things, a connection and adoration with our mother. And we just want to say thank you for it, oh Lord. And we ask that you bless us and help us to keep on keeping on. And as we move forward, we work together, we, we share together. And then, dear God, we laugh together. And there may be some times in our lives that we have to frown together. We may have to cry together. But through it all, we give you praise, honor, and glory. Through the magnificent name of your Son, Jesus Christ, I pray tonight. In his name, amen.
Amen. Thank you, Joe. Thank you so much. I can't help but reflect on the many times that Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays when Sheila was with her mother during the blood transfusion thing. I can't think of the proper word, but almost every time I chat with her and she'd let me know that she was with her mother, I'd always say hello and she'd always say hello back. And it's tough. All right. I'm going to share with you. I do intend to be brief. I'm not going to go as far as I had intended to go, but I am going to do what Sheila P. asked me to do on Tuesday. We ran into some difficulties due to storms in several places, especially in North Carolina, where my electricity didn't come back on that night until 11:30 p.m. So that was part of the reason for the postponing of that call. Another part has to do with there weren't enough people to conduct the call as I'm sure she wanted that were present at the time. So I do want to encourage everybody to be prompt, to respect everyone's time, and to be here as close to 8 o'clock Eastern as you can on these team calls. We try to, remember we started out doing it 2 hours early, 2 hours before the main call at 9 Eastern, and we reduced it to 8. So it is important for us to try and do that. We want to definitely get out of here within the next 20 minutes for sure to make plenty of time. If you might want to make some last minute calls to invite people to the presentation call every Thursday evening. But getting back to my purpose, I want to talk about Saturday, August 12th. I have to start with the day before because unfortunately my wife, Mary, had a medical procedure the day before, and we knew that she would not accompany me with going to Charlotte. And I was her caretaker, and I thought for a while there that things weren't going so well that I wouldn't be able to go. But when we woke up that next morning, she acted like she was well, and I knew better, but I listened to her, and she all but made me go to the event. And I am glad that she made me go in the long run, primarily because There was well, let me start at the beginning. The way I had planned on telling this story, I arrived, the presentation, the event, the Charlotte event was scheduled for 10 a.m. Eastern, and I arrived in the parking lot at 10 a.m. Eastern. I got inside and chose my chair, which was on the very front row. A lot of people were there, but there were 5 seats on one side and 5 seats on the other front row, and only 3 of those 10 seats were taken. I could not believe it. But then again, I understand a lot of people just avoid that front row. I guess they feel like some people, I must admit, there have been times when I've avoided it, but it was because I didn't want to be picked on. But heck, I'm brave now. So pick on me if you want, if you dare. Anyway, I arrived. I got a front row seat, and I was just tickled to pieces. And Cynthia Rustin got things started, explaining that this was really a training. This was not a big hoopla affair. This was a training affair, and the training had to do largely with RFPs. We'll talk a little bit more about that in just a moment. But she brought up Cynthia King. Oh, by the way, after she brought up Cynthia King, guess where she sat? I think I told Joe Pickett this. She sat right beside me. So I sat there with the queen. I sit there with the queen on my right, and it just tickled me to pieces. I paid attention as best I could. So anyway, the Cynthia King is another dynamic part of this organization. She's a partner that I guess if everyone heard the show last night, I call it a show. Everyone heard the call last night, the Zoom call last night. That was largely a duplication of what had happened Saturday. So if you missed it, I'll just do the best I can. Cynthia King talked about RFPs, and she explained basically that we have a university. The university will open in September. I think it's the 9th, but don't quote me on that. It's in the month of September, and she explained that the university, the purpose of the university is to teach us how to do RFPs, which is excuse me, is a request for proposal. That simply just didn't do it for me. I sat there and I was in a cloud all day. What's an RFP? Anyway, that just befuddled me, and I just couldn't get a picture. What I have to do, I'd like to share a part of this. I might not share it all, but Greg Sane is the media guy. Um, and I have, let me share screen, make sure I've got the share sound, and I'm going to just play a video. This is not the one. That should be small. How do you escape that? Escape, maybe. Nope, that didn't work. So, ha, I can't believe I did that. Just a moment. I'm going to have to get rid of that. You are recording, minimize. Oh, I can't minimize. Okay. All right. Well, I'll just tell you what happened and what I've done. I'm setting up. I'm setting up a phone station. I posted one in the Zoom in the Telegram room today. It's a great big old telephone, and there's a recording there. Um, what I've done is I'm going to post some more of those. I'm going to post about 30 minutes of John Rustin talking at the meeting, at the Charlotte meeting. Um, I hope you can hear it clearly. If you have questions about what he said, as best I can, I'll tell you. I was sitting on the front row, but he was walking from one side of the room to the other, so lots of parts of it is a lot clearer and a lot louder than others. But again, being on that front row put me in a very good position to get it all on the phone. So I'm not going to be able to share that with you like I thought I would because I've set up something else. Uh, the the basically what I was this conversation with me and Greg saying it lasted about 10 minutes, but I just wanted to play you about three or four just to give you some idea. What I was trying to get was a clarification as to what the RFP is. And basically I used the example. I explained that Cynthia King she didn't go into great detail. Again, it is a request for proceed for a proposal, and what the request is going to people in a federal capacity for the most part, because the big problem, and you can hear this in John's presentation. As a matter of fact, he made it pretty clear last night that the president, just like we started in the beginning with the EV shortage, well, the trillions of dollars have been set aside for these RFPs, and there are not enough people to do it. And this is apparently what John Rustin does. He looks at he looks at the money, and trillions of dollars have been set aside. And he looks at the supply and the demand and realizes, just like he did with the EVs, that there's a shortage of people working on this problem. And he set up, his goal is to make 10 millionaires. I'm sure you heard that last night enough time. 10,000 millionaires. And we are on that group of potential millionaires. So I just want you to know, certainly happy to be a part of that experiment. So make me a millionaire. I won't complain. As I was talking with Greg Sang, trying to get a good understanding, I told him that Cynthia King had told us that the RFPs are, she didn't use this terminology, but I did. It makes sense to me. It's like they're in the oven, we're baking a cake, and all the ingredients are not in yet. Uh, we're about to put it in the oven, and when it comes out, then we'll be able to show you exactly what we have. If you will, there's a company that is going to teach us at the university. The company will teach us how to do these requests for proposals. And the real special treat they gave to us in Charlotte, and I understood him to say that they made the same offer in Atlanta. Although I spoke with Sheila P. and she says if they made that offer in Atlanta, she missed it. She didn't hear it. But basically, what they offered us in Charlotte is for $499, the cost for getting one RFP, which equals approximately $100,000 once it's processed. But if we paid in Charlotte $499, we would be given the big package, which costs $2,500. So that's like 5 times your money's worth. And Cynthia, how about that? We have so many Cynthias. Cynthia Rushton said the first 10 people who come to her and show her that they have actually ordered this $499 package, they will be given 5 additional gold certificates. So I just knew I was going to be the first one, but I was frustrating myself trying to get it to go through my back office, and I got it done, and I was sitting there holding it where she could see it, but I didn't want to disturb her because she was paying attention to the speakers. We also had Jeremy, the founder of Zen Delivery, as a speaker there at the Charlotte event. And he, of course, was phenomenal in his presentation as well. It just amazed me that these guys got together, John Rustin and Jeremy, got together and put this thing together the way it is today. But what I said was like Cynthia told us that the cake isn't done yet. And Greg basically says, agreed that what we are going to sell the cake once the cakes are done. So if you don't want to tie yourself up with too many details and don't get overly concerned about the university training, do take advantage of it. And um, you can also sell. Of course, you're going to bring people to your back office who are interested, and this is worldwide, people interested in being a part of the university training and getting that minimum, almost minimum of $100,000 in 90 days. It takes about 90 days to process the RFP. And uh, I've spent enough time on that. Again, I'm going to make available, I'll give you a link. Let me go ahead and play this. Today, I'm jumping ahead of myself, but I'm jumping ahead because of the video that I seem to have gotten stuck. And I'm going to go ahead and play that video. This is something that happened today at noon Eastern. I don't know if any of you were on that call, but we'll talk about that in just a minute. I'm going to try and wrap this up in the next 5 minutes, and we can open up for questions and so forth. But I'm going to go ahead and see if I can play this video that that I've gotten stuck with here. Bear with me.
Hey, what's up? It's your boy G, Greg Sane, media director, media cat, media dude, whatever you want to call me, with Yereq Media. Okay. And we have hold on, somebody's calling me. Why are you calling me? You know it's a meeting. We have Reed Mitnick on the call as well, the CMO, the chief media officer, the head honcho, the big cheese, right? And we're going to briefly as we can, explain to you what Yereq Media is about, what we do, how we do it, how you can benefit from how we do what we do. And also, if you want to be an affiliate, you can be an affiliate so you can make money while you're making money. I know that doesn't make sense right now, but we'll get there. All right. So first of all, Yereq Media is a full service media company, right? Think about it. If you're a network marketer, if you're an online marketer, if you have a drugstore, if you have any kind of online or offline business, which would you rather do? Put your money in social media, kind of like a shotgun approach, or would you like to laser target your audience? In other words, if you know what city, if you do your demographics, if you know what city, even what zip code your biggest audience is, how would you like to be able to laser target to just that zip code? What if you were able to laser target into their home, right? So let's say I'm watching ESPN, I'm watching Stephen A, right? Whenever he's there, all right? Shout out Stephen A. So what if I'm watching Stephen A. Smith on First Take, Molly Karam, right? And I'm in the zip code, demographic, everything necessary for you and your business to advertise to me, right? Well, depending on how many views you pay for, when I'm sitting there watching the commercials, watching the show, right? Commercial pops up for your business. That's right, television, folks. It's the holy grail of advertising. But not only television, Hulu, ESPN, Spotify. How'd you like to be on a podcast? You're listening to a podcast in your house. You got your Alexa device up and you're listening to, some podcast, or just listening to music, and you happen to fit that demographic, commercials going to pop up for your business, whatever that business is, and it's going to be a vocal commercial. Now, we help you put your commercials together. We help you do all that stuff. If you got an actual video commercial you want to do, like say I'm standing in the grocery store in Minnesota at Cub Foods, or I'm standing in a grocery store at Winn-Dixie down in Florida, right? Number of different stores, but let's say I'm in Cub Foods or Winn-Dixie, and I'm standing in line, and right there beside where they give you all the impulse stuff, like the sodas in the cold box right there, and you got your candy and your gum and all that junk, right? Little Blistex and all that kind of stuff that they sell you right there on both sides of you as you're standing in the line. Some stores have a little video camera right there. Not a camera, but a video screen. It's about that big, showing commercials. What if your commercial was on that screen? Because it's in the right zip code. You don't have to send it to the whole state, right? You don't have to just throw it out there and see what happens. Also, you don't have to pay for 2 a.m. television ads because that's where they are the cheapest.
Okay, I just wanted to play a portion of that. This happened today. I'm going to give you the link to this whole video. This took place today. It was about an hour long Zoom call, and they did open it up for questions and answers toward the end. But I just wanted to jump up to just a few of the details where his partner, Reed Mitnick, takes over the call.
Our illustrious CMO, Reed Mitnick, to kind of give some detailed precision pieces of this. And again, this is not a new company, but we're approaching a new venue in the sense of giving you an opportunity to get paid for these media packages. What fun is it if the only people making money is me and Reed, right? Okay, so Reed, if you could, sir, expand. Yep. The floor is yours. I'll mute my line.
Okay, so, right, yeah, so this is now set up outside of your ZYGE back office. Right now, Yereq Media is operating as a separate division, separate company. So we have set up an affiliate program. If you guys look in the chat, that is the link to the affiliate sign-up page. We are working now on linking that up to yereqmedia.com. So once we have that, you'll be able to do it all through one click on yereqmedia.com. For now, you guys see that right there. It's wix1336.ositracker.com. And what that will do, and I will share my screen, is bring you to our affiliate sign-up page.
Okay, again, I'm going to stop sharing. I'm looking at my watch, and it says you need to wrap this up, Clay. I'm going to open it up let me put this in my chat, in our chat, so that everybody can see that, click that, either click it or copy it, and look at that video later. Like I said, it's about an hour long. And what they're doing is they're introducing something else, giving us another avenue for creating income. We're talking about a referral network for businesses that you might come in contact with. He's not talking about your business being advertised. He's talking about a restaurant or a tire store, any kind of a business, a legitimate business that has a storefront, will usually have a budget for advertising. So with that, looking at the clock, it's 8:35 almost, and I want to give everyone a chance to get some questions answered and see, can we help clear up some things. I've touched on a number of subjects. So The floor is open. You may unmute if you have a question or you have something to say. By all means, now is the time to do it.
Hey, good evening, everyone. Clay, is this different, or is this similar to, or have anything to do with the 1,000 commercials that we were promised in the beginning? Or if people, I think it's what, 2,000 or something for the ones that paid the full year.
I understand your question completely, and it is my understanding. If I'm wrong, I don't know that I'm wrong. It is my understanding that this is separate from that. That's one of the questions that I remember hearing, and there was a there was a disagreement between Greg Sane and one of the people who asked that question, and he didn't agree with Greg's answer, and I don't want to get into a whole lot of detail on that, but bottom line is, it is my understanding that this is separate from that.
So did they say anything about the ones for when we signed up?
I don't believe that was the focus of the meeting today, and I have to admit I missed part of it. I misunderstood, even though I sent that message to several of you. I thought it was starting at 1 o'clock and it was ending at 1 o'clock. So I called myself jumping on early at about 12:40, 12:37 to be exact. And I realized, I said, I messed up. I missed most of it, but I have picked up on a lot of it by clicking on that link in the box. That's the entire thing. The entire show is in that link, on that link. Any other questions? Somebody, anybody? No questions?
Yes.
Go ahead, Janet.
I clicked on the link and it didn't open as I anticipated.
Okay, I would suggest that you copy it
I did that too.
and put it in your browser.
Yes, sir. I'll
Okay,
try it
well,
again.
obviously it works because I just played it. But what you can do, if you continue to have a problem, you've got my number. Give me a call and I'll see, can't we figure it out?
Yeah, I'm trying to use the touchpad. I might have to use my mouse and see if I can touch, open it up a different way.
Okay. Again, we just saw that it works, so it's a matter of we're getting it to work for you. So, like I said, we're both East Coast time. We can do this after the 9 o'clock call or whatever is appropriate for you. Fair enough?
Okay. Thank you.
Sure.
So the question,
Yes.
the $4.99 for the what was that? RFP?
RFP. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what it amounts to is there are three prices. If you pay again, the special price, the special offer that was applied to us in Charlotte, North Carolina on the 12th, that is over. But anyone can buy those three packages. The $4.99 will get you. They will, during the class, they will teach you to do an RFP, and they will hold your hand throughout the process. So that will guarantee you one RFP. If you pay the what is the other one? $9.99 or $9.95? I'm not sure which, but $4 difference is not significant. The 9.99 package will get you, 9.95 is actually what it is. It will get you three RFPs. And again, each RFP, once it's completely processed, it takes about 90 days. Once it's completely processed, will net you approximately $100,000. And the other deal, the $2,500 deal, is you are going to get 5 RFPs, pretty much guaranteed, and they'll help you with the processing of them during the class. Clear?
Okay.
Anyone else?
And you signed up already for
I had to take that deal. I would have been, ooh, if I had come back home and told Mary that I didn't do it because I didn't have the money, then she would have let me slide. But if I I just I'll tell you, I'm one of those people. I don't have the money. I'll get it. I'll get it. I'll get a credit card to get it. I did the same thing back in, when was that? April, March. I got a credit card and I didn't want a whole lot of money on it. I just wanted the 995, the 997, and I got that thing for the year. And okay, I ran that up. I got the 997. Just about, it was only a $1,500 card, so I killed the rest of that, and I said, okay, now I need another one, and I really got it for the purpose of buying those little deals, those little energy chargers. I was going to buy a bunch of those and have them on hand, not all at one time, but I got another card for like $750, and I hadn't burnt it all up, and there it sat when I was given the opportunity to spend 500 to get a package worth 2,500. I said I'm gonna do it. So it's just that simple for me. But yes, we have until the 27th to purchase whatever you want to purchase. The 495, the 995, or the 2,500 packet. Anything else? Anyone else?
Is a one-time purchase in addition to our monthly
Yeah.
that
Now
we pay for the monthly.
sorry for interrupting you. Understand what you're doing is you're purchasing the class. You are going to attend an online class at the university. And like I said, there's a company that teaches RPFs that will teach us during this online instruction for on how to complete the RFPs.
Did they say when the classes will start?
They did. I believe it was around the 9th, but it's definitely September. I'll definitely get that information, the exact date, and post it in the Telegram as quickly as I can, hopefully within 24 hours.
Okay, so is it,
September 11th, somewhere like that.
Okay, you know the date? It's
I
911.
saw something on
911.
on
Okay.
the email, I think it was.
Okay. So he paid more attention to the date. I'm just not a detailed person, Sharon, but I will definitely get that for you.
okay, I'm just, because I was just trying to get some clarification. So it's not 90 days from the time of the class starts. It's after you finish the class?
Yeah. Once you graduate from the class, and I don't have details about how many classes, what will be the hours and all of that. When I started pressing Cynthia for those kind of things. She says the cake is in, she didn't say it, but she communicated to me that she doesn't have the details yet, but she will well before September. Uh, I would, well, I'm under the impression that those dates, those details will be available before the month of September.
Okay.
Okay. But again, the 27th of August is the deadline for, I would imagine those details ought to be available before the 27th of August, because there are some people who say, haha, I need more details before I spend that much money.
And I mean, yeah, I could see it because I was just trying to figure out like when does the 90 days start? So you said after the classes.
After you graduate, we're I got this from Greg saying during that media thing, during that, if you click that link, if you can get into that link, he says after you graduated from the class and during the class you'll be taught how to complete RFP, and it takes approximately 90 days for you to get it through to the company or the federal agency. We talked about dotting all the I's, crossing all the T's, and getting it. It's like getting a federal bid. And understand too, the money is there. The president of the United States has put trillions of dollars into the budget for this, but there are not enough people to process the RFPs to get the money spent. John talks about, and again, I'm going to put all of this I'm going to try my best to get it in tonight. um, I'm going to try my best to get it in tonight. I have something, I have it already ready to go, but there's some personal information that got attached to the end, so I've got to cut that off. And then, like I said, within 24 hours for sure, I'll have all of John's comments on Saturday during that 30-minute session that he was talking about RFPs. Oh, other good news. I have to tell you this before we break up. Real good news for anyone and all of us, I believe, on this call right now, are owners at Yereq. And because we are owners at Yereq, Cynthia Cynthia King has a contract going. It's not closed yet, but it got the room in an uproar. She has a potential sale of not 30, not 300, but 30,000 EV charging stations. Can you imagine what that'll do to the 5% pool once it's closed? Something to look forward to. Ray rah rah. Okay.
Okay.
All right, fine, guys. It looks like we have about 10 minutes before the 9 o'clock call. And like I say, if you can, jump on the phone and invite somebody to it if you haven't already. We do need to keep this enthusiasm going. And yes, we have 10,000 people. That's another thing that came out. Cynthia Rustin said during the Charlotte meeting that there's a lot of people getting refunds. And, some people just don't understand what we have. I don't want to throw the number out, but it's close to half of the 10,000 that we might have, which means a bigger piece of the pie when the 5% starts. So I'm not complaining about it. I'm just giving you some information as best I can, that as I understand it. Fair enough?
Right.
So in
Thank you so
closing,
much.
you're so welcome. In closing, I would like for you to remember these 10 powerful little words. They all make sense. They're all together, and each one of them are 2 letters. If it is to be, it is up to me. Thank you for your attention. This call is coming to an end.